how did you master Korean and Chinese so quickly? People ask me this question all the time and they think that I have some kind of special talent, but in fact nobody in my family mastered it in one foreign language. I don't have some kind of special gene or some kind of special predisposition, but what I have is passion. And when I just started out, I actually spent so many years on my first foreign language, English, and when I was 23 years old, I could speak just one foreign language, it was English, but just a few years later, because I was using the right system, the right set of methods and techniques, just a few years later, I was already freely conversating in Korean and Chinese. How is that possible? How is that possible? Right now I'm in Korea, people think that I learned Korean in Korea. In fact, when I came to Korea, I started living here because I could speak Korean. Because when I came here, I started with job interviews in Korean. I was already taking job interviews in Korean in Korea. I haven't graduated here, and I started speaking Chinese before I went to China. And I've never been to any English-speaking country. And now I'm learning Japanese, and I have never lived in Japan. And how is it possible? What is the set of principles? What is the secret? Am I especially talented? Because I spent so many years on my first foreign language. Am I especially talented? Of course not. Of course not. It's a system, it's a set of principles that I would like to share with you. And basically, one of the most important principles is pre-testing. Before you're ready to learn something, before you're ready to actually master some kind of skill, you need to create the need for it. This is how our subconscious mind works. It doesn't accept the information until we prove it that it is critically important for your survival and reproduction. So basically you need to prove it to your subconscious mind. You need to pre-test yourself before you learn something. And this is one of the most important principles that I developed, and I developed about 17 principles. Actually, I developed 17 principles, kind of the main framework. I have actually 20 plus principles, but main principles, like if I count just the main principles, there are 17 principles that I developed and that I've been using for coaching people from 11 countries so far, and learning languages myself and actually helping people to improve their language skills in languages such as Chinese, Korean, and Russian. And if you check out the testimonials on my website, you can see that some of the people said that they learned in 1 month, they learned much more than they learned in 1 year when they were learning by themselves. Some people said that in just 1 month they learned more than they learned in 1 year before enrolling into my program, which is completely crazy if you think about it, because in a few months people can basically get such a great result in any foreign language if they study within the right system and within the right framework, with right techniques and with the right methods. And so basically in this video, what I'd like to tell you is that it is possible to cut years off your learning curve. There is no magic pill. It still takes years to become completely fluent and to become native like in the language. It's not just some scam. I'm not scamming you. I'm not telling you that you can just basically master any language in a few months. No. But you can start speaking this language in a matter of months. You can do that. You can become close to fluent over the course of the year if you have enough time to study. And so basically it's all about the system, it's all about the method. And so basically what I'm trying to say is that those 17 principles helped me and students from my program to achieve great results in any language that they learned, regardless of their natural predispositions. Of course, some people are kind of fast learners, some people are slow learners, some people are kind of in the middle, but it doesn't matter, because these 17 principles, they beat the talent. They're much better than the talent. Over the course of the past 11 years, I've been working on a program which is based on those 17 principles, and I already helped people from 11 countries, and the list of countries is growing. And as for now, I'm working with so many clients, and I'm helping so many clients, and people recommend me to other people. And so basically many subscribers were unhappy because they couldn't afford my program, or because there were no spots left, or because the times were not available for them. So what I decided to do is that I decided to open my first test group for my new digital program, which is called 17 Steps. and it is much more affordable than my coaching, and pretty much everybody can afford it. And if you want to join it, you can click the link down below, go to my website, check out the description, and see whether it's a good choice for you. But I decided to make it open. I decided to basically make it more available so that everybody can afford it and everybody can use this framework to master not only Chinese, Korean, or Russian, but they also can master any other foreign language. So if you want to participate in my first test group, click the link down below, go to my website, check out the description, and hope that this video was motivating for you. And as always, until next time.